Hey guys, SK here, back with another Clash Royale video, and today we are back at it with some global tournament, Royal tournament content. We are on the second day of the tourney, and I am currently at a flawless score of 10-0, 10 wins, 0 losses, and I did do that live in a video, which I uploaded yesterday, going straight from 0 wins all the way to 10 with live commentary and everything, so if you missed it, I will link that in the description below. Today we're going to be trying to get to 15 wins as kind of part 2 of the global tourney series. I usually do this every single global tourney. I'll probably go at least to 20 wins, and we are going to be doing it with 3.0 Xbow Cycle as always. Also, I do think Electro Spirit is probably better than Ice Spirit. Even though I try and explain it in my videos, I still get so many comments about this. I do think, like I said in the last video, that Electro Spirit's just safer in a global tournament format where losses matter because it helps you cover against Lava Clone, Graveyard, and other stuff that Ice Spirit just doesn't cover. So even though Ice Spirit is amazing after the buff, I still do think Electro Spirit is the safest option, and that's what I'll be rolling with, and I would recommend it for you guys as well if you want to be super safe and cover all matchups. Also, before we get into the video, just wanted to say that I was reading some of you guys' comments on the last video, and it really made me happy. Like, I know I said that I basically try and do this mostly for myself. Like, I don't really try and base it off of views or performance or anything, because that isn't really sustainable. But still, I'd be lying if I said my day didn't get at least a little bit better when I read all of you guys' really positive comments, and it's really nice. Like, honestly, I got this one comment yesterday that really made my day, and some of you guys are really too kind, so thank you so much. I do sometimes get negative comments, and it is a bit tricky, but I think you kind of have to just expect to have that kind of thing happen when you start to create content in a public platform like this, and actually start to get a few viewers, like more than a couple hundred, because there are always going to be some negative people in the world. But honestly, I feel like in my videos at least, like, there are way more positive comments than negative. Like, there's probably at least like 50 positive comments for every negative one usually, which is really great. So yeah, I really think we have one of the coolest communities here on Clash Royale YouTube. It's really nice, and also we are so close to 10,000 subscribers. It's actually unbelievable. So thank you guys so much for the support recently. I really do appreciate it, and thanks for making this a really great community and making it really nice to upload. Because yeah, like, all those positive comments is definitely a really great thing that I like when I upload, even though it's a bit hard to keep track of every single one when I get a lot, but I still do try. But yeah, anyways, a bit of a soapy intro, I guess, but we are going to be playing with 3.0 Xbow Cycle. By the way, one more thing before we start, I do get some comments about how I should sometimes include timestamps, or because I have kind of long intros, like I make it a bit personal, and that's just honestly how I am, so I'm probably not going to change it. But I would also like to say that I do include videos manually. I go through the video myself and watch my own video and add timestamps to every single match, and that is on the video player. So whether you're watching on desktop or on mobile, on your phone, there are already timestamps. So I'm not sure what some of those comments meant, but you can just skip around. If you want to skip the intro, you can skip to the games. I do this for every single one of my videos pretty much. So yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there, I guess. But we are at 10-0, had a pretty good start. 3.0 Xbow doing a bit better in this meta compared to the last one. Let's keep it going and look for the first match as we find it against Chris Legendary 1. Let's give him the good luck and go for an E-Spirit. At the start, always a pretty safe starting play, I'd say. And yeah, Bomber comes out. Just going to go Knight, I guess. I could have split Archers, but usually if they go Bomber in the back, I go Knight for it, so I think I'll just do the same thing. And Inferno Dragon. Okay, so this could be like Golem, I think, and I'm a bit scared actually, because not too much of a fan of Bomber plus Inferno Dragon already. Those cards kind of scare me, but okay, goes for a Tornado. Gonna go Skellies here to kind of stall out this Inferno a little bit and keep my Archers alive, then Log just to cycle. I would have cycled Log it anyways, and let's see if he responds to these Archers. They're probably gonna get some damage, and he has Tornado, so Tornado plus Balloon, I guess it's going to be like LumberLoon, but for some reason he has a Bomber. Usually they never have Bomber in this kind of deck, so I was thinking, you know, it could be LavaLoon maybe with Bomber and Inferno Dragon, but after we see the Tornado, I really doubt it's going to be LavaLoon. So yeah, it looks like it's just going to be like normal, maybe Balloon Freeze, but he has a Bomber for some reason. We're going to Expo. Let's see if he has a Bowler, and he does. Okay, so I'm going to log that Bomber back as well. Sadly, it's a bit late, so I didn't keep the Archer alive, but by doing this as well with this Expo pressure, I did kind of isolate his E-Drag, and I'm going to try and activate King. The time is going to be perfect. Okay, nice, we got it. I was going to say, like, the timing has to be perfect to activate, because usually I like to wait for one E-Drag hit to come in, then do it, so I get used to the timing and rhythm. but there I didn't have a choice because E-Drag was too low on HP. Goes for an Inferno though. I think I might just Xbow opposite, honestly, and just see. I think he has a Lumberjack in this deck because it should be LumberLoon. Yep, there's the Lumberjack and the Balloon. So let's go for a Knight for the Lumberjack. And that is pretty aggressive. Like, I'm pretty low in Elixir, but I think I can go for a Tesla just in time for the Balloon. Okay, no, I can't actually. Wow. Oh my god, King Tower was really clutch though. Okay, so that was actually, I guess, kind of a bad play because I didn't have enough Elixir for the Tesla in time. And yeah, we are down about 5 Elixir. We did get a connection, so I guess it's not that bad, and I'm going to just cycle back to my Xbow. I'm going to go defensive Xbow. When they go bowler in the back, I don't really like to do anything except, like, I don't like to do anything like knight or archers, I think, because it literally just feeds the bowler. It's actually really annoying. So I usually just like to defensive Xbow most of the time, or Xbow opposite, but obviously in this case, I was pretty low, so I couldn't Xbow opposite. Looks like he's going to build a big push. In a situation like this, when they're stacking all the support troops, you definitely just want to get a high-value fireball, like I did just now. That's basically your only play, and we are still doing pretty good for ourselves. I think I'm just going to defensive Xbow, and in this kind of matchup, okay, wow, bowler at the bridge and then balloon. I think I'll Tesla. Notice how I'm Teslaing a bit high so that the bowler projectile doesn't splash onto my Xbow as well, and then King Tower should help out, so I shouldn't need to commit to this bowler. Yeah, I don't. I can just go archer same lane. So 2 things I'm doing in this matchup. 1, I'm defending pretty efficiently, I'd say. 2, I'm just stacking my archers in the same lane because he doesn't have any big spells. And also, if he like stacks support troops again, I will literally just take the fireball value. Let's defend these archers against the I-Drag just to take it out. And I guess I'll just pre-Tesla now. And yeah, like, I'm not going for any Xbows. This is a bit tricky because I'm trying to remember. Usually they have another card in this deck, or this person has a bomber instead. I guess Barb Barrel would be the card he has instead. But especially because he has the bomber, it's hard to get a connection. Gonna try now because he already cycled his bomber and bowler, and I will fireball that. A lot of fireball value, and I'll also go E-Spirit to hopefully take out the E-Drag. Nice. And then Skellies, and I think I have to go archers because if he freezes with that I-Drag, I could lose my tower. Yeah, sadly it's an overcommit, but I can't afford to take that risk. Let's just go for a Tesla for the Loon, and King Tower should help out as well unless he freezes everything, but he doesn't. So we are actually looking really good in this match right now. Going to defensive Xbow. Even though it might not get too much value against like the I-Drag, it should help out against the Lumberjack, against a bowler if he wants to like be a bit annoying and stack bowlers. So LumberLoon, yeah, kind of a tricky matchup, but I'm going to go Knight up high and then Tesla. Notice my Knight placement because sometimes they like to go bowler plus Tornado, so just going Knight like that kind of prevents them from doing that because the Knight's too high for them to Tornado in. Now looking like he's going to go for another Balloon, so I'm not even going to defensive Xbow this time. I'm just going to set up with a Tesla first. Going to Fireball, yep, he goes, there's the Balloon, and I might have knocked it out of range. Okay, going to Xbow. I almost choked there, but I think I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. Because defensive Xbow is pretty clutch, but yeah, watch out for choking like that. It's really annoying, honestly, when they just like stack a bowler up and like kind of spam the lane. Like, it's actually really annoying, but you can play around it by blocking. And also, if you do almost choke like I did right there, just pull the Balloon in with your Xbow. Don't panic. Also, I fireballed the Balloon out of range. I think that's what happened, but it's hard to hit everything while also getting the optimal fireball angle, so that's a bit tricky. But yeah, this matchup is definitely Xbow's matchup. With Bomber, I'm not sure. Like, Bomber's very annoying, honestly, because Barb Barrel would be also annoying, but like Bomber, worst case, you know, he could, if I Xbow, he could just ignore it and then go Bomber. And that would be a +4 trade for him. If I want to kill the Bomber, I'd have to commit at least 3 Elixir as well, like Log E-Spirit or Archers or Knight. So it's honestly just a pain. And the fact that he also has a bowler makes it hard to break through, but I got the early activation. That was huge. Timing, very important. You have to learn that. And then also just overall, you know, just pretty solid plays. Went defensive quite a lot, and then went Expo at the right time. Didn't just spam Expos into his bowlers. Also, we did get our log at Mastery level 5, which is great. You know, golden log. I'm going to screenshot that. And 150 gems. Like, in the last video, I got a bunch of gems too, and that's honestly just great, because who doesn't love getting 150 gems? Honestly, it's wonderful. I'm already past 5k gems, even though I've spent like 500 in the last week on GCs. I kind of made it all back. So yeah, really nice win, and I really like the Mastery rewards. In the next match against Wellington from Cantino BR, let's see what he has. Gonna go E-Spirit at the bridge, and he goes for a Zap. I think I'll just cycle Knight, because he is technically down 1 Elixir after that trade. And And oh my god, of course it's going to be Giant. I'm going to Xbow opposite, and Giant plus Zap, I'm not sure what it's going to be. Okay, it's going to be... Okay, I'm going to Fireball that, I think, actually, because Mega Minion... really good Fireball timing as well. Allowing our Xbow to stay alive, and oh, this is scary. This is Giant double Prince. One of the worst matchups in the game for Xbow. In my opinion, at least. Gonna E-Spirit to hopefully hit the Dark Prince too. No, I didn't. Yikes. But I can just barely get a Knight down in time. And notice how I'm holding off onto my Skeletons. Because if he goes Prince at the bridge, I want to have Skellies there to block. But that is a huge lead against... Yeah, this is Giant Double Prince with Miner. One of my least favorite matchups in the whole game. Plus, we are going to be down like 5 Elixir. He's definitely going to Giant at the bridge now. And I'm actually not sure if we can defend it. Yeah, there it is. So pull the Prince to the side with the Skellies, and then Tesla for the Giant, I mean. And then gonna kind of pull the Prince into the Tesla, hopefully, with the E-Spirit. And then I think I just barely have enough Elixir for a Knight in time for the Prince, although the Prince is like... Yeah, he goes for Zap as well. I have to log this, and then I am back to Skelly, so I'm gonna try and Skeletons here to push the Prince off the tower. Nice, we actually get it down. That is huge, and... Yeah, so that was a really bad situation that I actually salvaged, which I'm really happy about, because that was so hard. But I did overcommit to my Xbow, right? I went Xbow plus Fireball when he already had a Giant down. He's already still up like 5 Elixir, which sucks, but we did get out of that last situation, and oh my god, I think he's just going for another Giant push here. Yeah, he is. This is actually really annoying. Gonna go E-Spirit and then Knight, and then I think Archer's down low, and then I should be able to pull everything off to the side with Skeletons. I think double Elixir should save us here. He goes for a Fireball. I'm going to log to hit the Miner plus Prince, then E-Spirit plus Knight, and oh my god, I still took the Mega Minion stab. That's... Okay, this is really bad. I'm caught in a really bad cycle right now, but I still can't go in, yeah, because I'm still down Elixir, technically, and I could actually still lose this, like, and this is why I really hate this matchup, because Giant has so much HP after the buff. I really don't like that Giant got buffed, actually. Gonna go... I think I have to go Knight for the Miner. I just can't take all that Miner damage. Let's log here. And then Skellies to the side to pull the Prince over. And then I think I will Xbow with this one Archer in the right. And hopefully we can make something happen. I think he should be back to a Giant pretty soon, though. If not, right now. Oh my god, he messed up his Giant. I mean, his Dark Prince. Wow. Might go for an Ewis at the bridge. Nope, goes for Zap instead. So just gonna go Knight and then log for the Prince. Gonna try and keep the Xbow alive, and he already used Zap just now, so he can't Zap my Skeletons on his Miner. That's gonna be huge. And then Tesla should take out the Prince, and then I can Xbow again, and I have to keep up a lot of pressure here. We definitely outcycled his Giant. Gonna go Archers at the bridge. Prince, gonna log it back to retarget onto the Knight, and oh my god, that's a connection. And then Fireball, and okay, wow. I think we won, right? Yeah, E-Spirit connects. Yeah, that guys, that was actually pretty stressful, I'm going to be honest. That is a really bad matchup, like, I would say at least 70-30 for Giant, if not worse. I am one of the Xbow players who really dislikes that matchup. I know people like Betfist say that it's not that bad. For Xbow, like, Betfist I think said it's 60-40 for Giant. Like, obviously it's still their matchup. I mean, Giant was literally buffed, and Tesla was nerfed twice. It lasts for 30 seconds instead of 35 before, and it hits slower. Like, before the matchup was maybe 50-50, like a long time ago before the Xbow nerf as well. But now I feel like if the Giant player plays well, it's really hard. But I'm so glad we were able to win that, because I really don't want to take a loss so early on in the tourney, even against a really bad matchup, and he literally went Giant first play. And I also don't want to be racist, by the way, but a lot of Brazilian players that I've played against do usually play Giant, so I was kind of scared of that. I didn't want to say it at the start, because I obviously could have been wrong, and it's not right to, like, assume that, but I played a lot of Brazilian Giant Graveyard players, so I was really worried, and it was Giant deck. But still, you know, we played really well, I would say. I mean, we were down a lot at the start, but I think that simplification kind of helped, because it was easier to get the tower at the end when we were both down like 1,000 damage each. And then I just got a really nice connection at the end with the Xbow pressure. And yeah, I'm actually really happy about that, because really wouldn't have liked to take a loss so early, and that is a really hard matchup. But we were able to win, so let's keep it going. You know, hopefully we don't get more Giant decks, because that would really suck. There has been a lot of like Hog EQ and Royal Hog's Earthquake, which hard counters Giant, so I think that's why it was kind of kept at bay. But now that those decks were nerfed, Giant might be back, and I am not here for it. I don't like playing against Giant with Xbow, but Bandit, Heal Spirit. I think this is going to be 3 Musketeers, or Bridgespam. Could be the new 3M deck with Mirror Pump and all of that stuff. Goes for a Ghost. This is kind of annoying because if I Tesla... Okay, I think I'm going to try and do this without Tesla, actually. So Skellies and then log the Ghost back. And then E-Spirit as well. I'm going to take 1 Ghost hit, I think. Yeah, I don't want to waste Tesla because I usually get in that situation and I feel like it's just an overcommitment. And unfortunate that I split Archers at the same time we went for the pump, but I'm going to just Fireball the pump. And I don't know if it's going to be the Mirror version. Usually 3M always runs Mirror now because Mirror is so broken. But he has Ice Golem, so... Okay, and looks like it might not be Mirror, actually. It might just be standard 3M. Let's go for a Knight for this Bandit. And yeah, like, the only issue, really, in this defense is the Ghost. Like, the Ghost is throwing me off. And looks like he's trying to cycle back to, Pump very quickly. So I think I will just Tesla. Goes for the E-Barbs. Okay, I'm going to go E-Spirit instead of Skellies for the Ghost so that I can have Skellies and cycle for the E-Barbs instead. Maybe that wasn't the right play because I took a lot of damage, but... Okay, he wasted E-Barbs plus Heal Spirit plus Ghost. I'm actually going to try something different here and go Xbow, because 1, he already went Pump. Normally, I never recommend going Xbow into a Pump, but also he just wasted his E-Barbs. I'm going to catch the Barbarrel with a E-Spirit, and you'll see why this might not even pay off. Like, I think he's going to get a Ghost down anytime now. But, I mean, we do get a connection still, and I'm actually going to defend this with Skeletons and then Archers, I think. Yeah. And I think we actually... Wow, that was a really nice micro defense. I think we actually might have taken tower there. So, okay, that is a really niche situation against 3M where you go in, but I'm really glad it worked. And that's a really bad 3M because look at that. I can just Fireball the Pump plus the 2 Musketeers. Although he did still get 2 extra Elixir from that. I'm kind of scared. Just going to log here, though, and go for a low Tesla. And then Skeletons Knight. And try and go E-Spirit far away from the E-Barb so that the Heal Spirit doesn't heal the E-Barbs. Let's log back the Musketeer. And sadly, the Musketeer didn't cross the bridge. I think we're just going to eat this Ghost damage, honestly. Yeah, because we are down Elixir right now. We do have to just take the Ghost damage, which is fine. Going to go Knight before I go Fireball so that, if worst case, if I have to cycle back to another Knight, I can just... I am 1 card closer to the Knight. And looks like we actually might have gotten away with this defense. I'm going to log the Heal Spirit, and then Skellies, and then Knight. And I think we defended. And now that should just be Fireball log range. So let's just go for the Fireball log. And that is going to be a flawless win against 3 Musketeers, guys. I'm really happy about that. Hopefully showed you guys how to play against 3M, because that is a matchup that I've been really on and off with. I usually win it these days, because I feel like I've played a lot better. Like, actually, the only thing I changed in the way I played it is I didn't go for Xbows and single Elixir anymore. Obviously, I tried that in that match, but that was a very niche situation, right? So, it's usually bad to Xbow because they have E-Barbs. And E-Barbs on the Xbow, you have to let it die. So even if you think you have an advantage in this deck, you really don't most of the time. You can't really go for Xbows on offense because they have Ice Golem, which just stalls out your Xbow. I did the math, by the way. Ice Golem stalls out 29% of an Xbow, so... Literally, for 2 Elixir, they just played opposite lane. It stalls out 29% of the Xbow. It's so annoying. You usually have to commit, like, Archers in the middle to snipe it down. And then they have Heal Spirit, Barbarrel, Ghost, Bandit. They have so many fast cycle cards. Like, this deck, yeah, the average cycle is only 4 because of the 3M and Pump. But if you take those out, you have Barbarrel, Heal Spirit, Ghost, and Ice Golem, or Bandit. That's like an 8 or 9 Elixir 4-card cycle. That's actually really cheap. That's pretty close to Xbows. I think Xbows is like 7 or 8 Elixir or something like that. Yeah, it's 7 for 3.0, 6 for 2.9. But anyways, that's a bit of a tangent. But yeah, that was a really like niche situation that I went for the Xbow, and I only was able to do that because I knew I had experience with the matchup before. I recognized, you know, E-Barbs are so annoying against Xbow, but he already used the E-Barb. So what if I just go Archers low, which will help me counter push with my Xbow. So not only am I just going for a naked Xbow, I have counter push support with it, and also he just went Pump, so he's down 6 Elixir temporarily. Even though usually that Pump, if I ignore it, that just gives them a +2 in the long run, so I don't recommend it. But it worked out really well in that case. I also caught the Barbarrel, which is very important, and really good micro defense against the Ghost as well to keep my Xbow alive. And if I didn't do that, I would have probably had to defend for 5 minutes. So I'm really glad I called my shots there and did it. And yeah, hopefully it shows you guys another way to play against 3M. Even though I usually recommend not doing that. That is a really nice niche situation that I did. Otherwise, I'd say you should just defend, defensive Xbow and double. Stack archers in the same lane if you need to. Don't let heal spirits get value, and it's a hard matchup, but it should be Xbow's matchup, I think. But into the next match against Japanese characters and then Junior, give him the good luck back, and go E-Spirit at the bridge. And see what he has. Barbarian, let's just pull it to the middle with skeletons. And then I'm going to log instead of splitting archers because Xbow's not in cycle. And Barbarian Ghost could be the same deck, actually. Could be 3M. Could also just be Bridgespam. We'll see. He gives the WoW. Okay, Golden Knight. I'm just going to Tesla that and pump. Okay, nice. So he's at 0 Elixir right now. So I could Xbow again, but I don't think it's worth it because he has Barbarian. He has all these cheap spammy cards. He's probably going to mirror his pump after this. Heal Spirit instead, interesting. Gonna kite the Heal Spirit away again. Like I said, that's a fundamental against this deck. Don't let the Heal Spirit charge. And I think we are up Elixir right now because he just spent so much. But I don't think we can cash in. I'm just gonna split archers. Yeah, because like he spent so much, but he's still not really down Elixir. That's what really annoys me about this deck, actually. But I'm gonna go skeletons, I guess, and then fireball the pump again. This time I feel like he's actually going to mirror the pump. And sadly the ghost takes out. Okay, gonna log. Nice, I caught the heal spirit. That was my main goal, actually. And then I think I actually have to go E-Spirit Skellies here because he went Barbarian. Don't really want to take much damage, and yeah, he actually got ghost hits, but again, I didn't want to overcommit to the ghost there because I knew he was probably even or so in Elixir. If I overcommitted, I wouldn't have had enough Elixir for the E-Barbs. That would have been tricky, but ghost again, yeah, this is like annoying. Like the ghost really throws you off in this match, and you really just have to play very passively. But I think I will. Okay, I don't know what's up with that pump. Actually, I've actually never seen anyone do that, I think, in my entire life, so I'm a bit confused. But okay. I guess he was trying to go for like an anti-fireball pump, but actually I could have just defensive Xbow'd it too. I didn't even realize that because that's so weird. But still, we're still going to be in for a tricky defense here. So let's go Knight here, fireball on the 2 Muskies, and then skeletons on this side. I think we might have to eat a few 3M hits over there. Yeah, sadly we have to take some damage in both lanes. Gonna go Knight for this ghost, and yeah, like this is why this matchup is so tricky. Because their pressure is just insane, and you have to defend really well, and it's still usually not enough, because they also have Golden Knight now, which is even more annoying. Because it just invalidates your archers. Like, normally I would say stack your archers, right, like last match, but here I can't even do that because Golden Knight dash would just one-shot them. But he is being very predictable with his heal spirits. That's what we do have going for us right now. Gonna go Knight up high, far away from my archers. Now I can go archers kind of together because he already used the Golden Knight ability. And I'm gonna go... Okay, I'm not even gonna go Xbow actually because he has E-Barbs. Wow, this is annoying. And oh my god, that ghost one-shots my archers. That is kind of an annoying ghost, I guess. But Tesla in the middle. And then I'm literally just going to defend. I don't think I'll go for Xbows unless he overcommits a lot. And if he wants to pump, he should be pumping in the other lane. I don't know why he didn't just do that. Gonna defensive Expo now, I think. And yeah, we are going to be in for another defense. So this matchup is really just a lot of defending against all the spam. But, okay, mirror E-Barbs. I'm going to have to fireball that because I don't have log anywhere near in cycle. I think it's a good value fireball anyways. And... okay, wow, I don't know what's like going through his head, but he just took a ton of damage and he just let the Expo connect. I guess he gave up. Yeah, like, cause I'm not trying to insult him, but I mean, I had Knight Archers counter pushing and he was so focused on just spamming this lane, he didn't even see that he was taking like, I think 1,000 damage or something from that Knight plus Archers. Let's just watch the replay real quick, not really analyze it, but I'm actually curious, like, did he really just ignore that to try and spam the bridge, or did he just not even realize? Also, that pump, I do not know what was going on with that pump. But yeah, like, right here, you can see I had to take some damage, and that is just the reality of this matchup. Like, imagine if I committed even more, I would have been low again, and I still had to Knight here. Mirror Ghost is just really annoying. Like, this is an annoying matchup, honestly. But that, this is a new meta deck, and I would say it's a pretty good matchup with Archer Queen, because Golden Knight doesn't get as much value, but Archers are probably harder, because of Golden Knight single-handedly, but hopefully that shows you guys how to play against it still, 2 3M matchups in a row. This one with the new mirror one, and I didn't really break through until very late. I was very patient actually. So yeah, like Knight Archer here. He should have just bar-barreled here. I don't know what he was thinking. He was so aggressive. He bar-barreled onto the Tesla just to try and get a connection. But yeah, he took like, what, like 700 damage there just from that. And then he went Ghost opposite. Like, he literally went Ghost at 5 Elixir and didn't even have enough for E-Barbs here. I thought, okay, maybe he was saving up for E-Barbs, but then I realized he just didn't have Elixir at all. But yeah, anyways, I guess no real offense intended to that guy. You know, we both said good game at the end. It was a pretty good game. But yeah, just you have to play very passively, which I did against this guy. And then when you find the right moment, you can maybe break through, which I did. But yeah, just immaculate defense is required in that matchup. It's a very micro-intensive matchup on defense. But we are 14-0 now. One more win away from our flawless 15-0 start. Hopefully we can get it. Bandit first play. Let's just go Skeletons. And that's the flawless Skeletons. No, it's not. Okay. I misplaced my placement, actually. When I try and get it off, I like to say that's the flawless Skeletons placement. Both towers will target, and then if he zaps, it'll walk to tower instead of dashing. Obviously, that wasn't the case. I'm going to Xbow because I think he's down Elixir. This is probably a mistake, actually. Because, I don't know. Well, I guess it's fine. He went for a P.E.K.K.A at the back, which is also a mistake on his end. He should have gone P.E.K.K.A at the bridge. Now that I committed to this Xbow, I might as well just go all in. He also doesn't have Zap in Cycle, so... yeah, he goes for a Fireball. Let's just log the P.E.K.K.A back, and we do get a tiny connection, so... I actually don't really think that was a great Xbow. It was just kind of my instinct. Sometimes against P.E.K.K.A, I like to go with a really aggressive Xbow if I feel like they've misplayed, even if they haven't. And usually that bites me, but I'm going to Xbow now. This time it's, I think, a good Xbow because he doesn't have P.E.K.K.A in Cycle. But the placement was bad. I wouldn't recommend this placement. Now, let's see if he goes for an E-Wiz here. If so, okay, he goes for Zap. I think let's just E-Spirit Skellies, I guess, to keep the Xbow alive and Knight on the Ghost. And this is an instructive moment. Notice how I'm going Knight pretty aggressively, but even if I let the Ghost kill my Xbow, right, because sometimes I say let the Xbow die, then I would have still had to go Knight. So I might as well just go Knight right at the start. That is really just a way to get the most value out of the situation. And I got a nice connection, and I guess the first Xbow was decent because it let me outcycle his P.E.K.K.A, but if he went for the right play, which was just P.E.K.K.A at the bridge, I would have had to let the Xbow die, and then it probably would have been as good. And wow, okay, P.E.K.K.A in the back. I think I'll... do I want to Xbow opposite? Like... Okay, I'm going to Xbow opposite, but I don't know about this. I feel a bit scared, I guess. But Bandit Dash, unfortunately... Okay, maybe that wasn't good, actually. That was probably bad, overcommitting with my archers like that. I wish I had Skeletons immediately in Cycle, but I guess I do at least have Skeletons for this P.E.K.K.A. Let's just kite it backwards, and then E-Spirit to reset the Battle Ram's charge, and then Knight as well to block, and then I think... I'll just log in case I don't want to take any damage, but yeah, we're good. We are fine. P.E.K.K.A in the back again. Let's Xbow, and we just can't let him go for P.E.K.K.As in the back. Hovering Skeletons this time, yep, because this time I am ready for the Bandit. He might Fireball again, but this time our Xbow is going to be on tower. Going to go E-Spirit as well, and even Knight. Again, I'm committing quite a lot, but I think it's worth it, because he already went for a Fireball. Hopefully this Tesla can do a lot of work. And, okay, the P.E.K.K.A pushed the Battle Ram, so I'm not going to panic. I'm just going to Fireball the Barbs and then go Knight like this. And this time, if the Bandit kills my Knight, I'll just let it get some damage on the tower. Wow, I got even more damage on the right side than I expected. Maybe some kind of counter push, because I don't remember the tower being that low. But we are doing really well for ourselves, so... Yeah, now he goes for P.E.K.K.A in the lane that he should have. Like, he should have been shutting down that lane. Then again, I guess I had pressure in both lanes, so yeah. But let's go E-Spirit to cycle back to the Knight. Pretty aggressive archers, I mean Fireball, and that's, again, like, I'm fine with giving him spell value there, because it's really aggressive by him, actually, and Marcher's getting value on my tower, but this is probably going to be the game-winning Xbow, I think. He's very low on Elixir. Yeah, when they go P.E.K.K.A on the back, it usually means they're low on Elixir, so they don't want to just go P.E.K.K.A at the bridge. At the start, I don't think he was low, which is why it was a mistake, but let's just log this back. Xbow's on tower, and that's going to be GG. Flawless game, for the most part, I guess, against P.E.K.K.A Bridgespam. And that is going to be a nice, clean 15-0. Let's go. I'm actually pretty happy, because this was a pretty good video, I'd say. You know, we got some really nice wins. Yeah, a lot of my friends already got out of the tourney. But yeah, again, I also forgot to mention this, but... oh my god, Ganon is at 29. Wow, nice. But this tourney is actually pretty important, because... Okay, Anaban's at 22 as well, because it's the Queso Cup tourney, as you can see with this artwork, which I talked about in the last video. I really like the artwork. It's really sick. In my opinion, I think it looks really nice. But yeah, top 128 in this tourney do qualify for the official Queso Cup golden ticket event, which is, I guess I already explained it in the last video, so I don't need to take up too much of your time by doing it in this one. But also, I don't really know why I said that, I guess, because I'm not going for top 128. I'm honestly just trying to play, get some nice games, and get some nice content for you guys as well. But, I mean, I guess it would be nice if we could do it, but I really don't expect myself to be able to get top 128. I usually end at around 26 to 30 wins in these tourneys. But even still, 15-0 is a really nice start, and I'm really happy we were able to get some nice wins, especially against the 3M mirror deck. You guys are probably interested in how to play against this matchup, and even normal 3M, that's a pretty good blueprint, I'd say, because this deck is everywhere. So yeah, hopefully this video helps you guys out with these kind of matchups. And also the Giant Double Prince one was an amazing game, I would say. It was actually kind of sloppy as well, but I'm still really happy I was able to win against Giant Double Prince, which I would say is a pretty bad matchup because of all the nerfs to Xbow and the buff to Giant, which I don't think was deserved, by the way. But I mean, you can't really complain too much about a change. You kind of just have to adapt to it instead. I mean, archers were buffed. Betfus said archers buff should help out in this matchup. E-Spirit's also worse than Ice Spirit, by the way, because of the freeze. It would just be much nicer in this matchup, and E-Spirit doesn't have any applications here. But still, that was a really nice win, I would say. And P.E.K.K.A Bridgespam, very standard deck. I think this person didn't play very well, because when I play against good P.E.K.K.A players, they usually use their Magic Archer way more often. I think he used like 1 or 2 the whole game. Like, no offense to him, but that's just something I noticed, I guess. But yeah, 5 really nice wins to end today's video off. Hope you guys enjoyed some really nice global tourney content. And yeah, I'll try and keep it coming. Tomorrow, I'll probably do the next push to 20 wins, and then I'll see where I go from there. I might start getting some losses along the way, because now we're at 15. This is kind of where things start to heat up, and we go against better players who are also at 15. And Xbow isn't amazing, but I think it's better in the meta than before, so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's gonna be the video, I guess, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm really happy with the games today. And again, thank you so much for building a great community. We're so close to 10K, it's unbelievable. But yeah, gonna be doing my best. I've been trying really hard this year to stay consistent with my uploads, and it's been going really well. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.